Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mac. Today, I'm going to talk about how I had to learn to like trucking. Now, we all know, truck drivers and trucking industry know that trucking has an extremely high turnover rate. I don't know how it is compared to McDonald's or fast food or something like that, but part of me believes it's probably worse, you know, being in the trucking industry. But anyway, really high turnover. Um, and when I started off, I started with Dollar General as with no experience, no experience. Dollar General. Everybody with experience will tell you that's probably a bad idea. that's a, that's probably an accident waiting to happen. And it's funny now because I required no experience, but when I looked on Indeed in the past few months or whatever, I saw that the experience is now 3 years. So I went from no experience to 3 years, and it's probably insurance and claims and all kinds of mess going on over there. And I mean, can you blame somebody with no experience? Back into some of these tight stores, a lot of them are blind sides, and the customers don't stop for you. So the customers, they don't give a damn. All they came to get their milk, they came to get their ice cream, and you in the way. Oh yeah, Pepsi. For some reason, I see it. I remember seeing flashbacks. A lot of people buying Pepsi. But anyway, I started off doing that, and Dollar General is just, I don't know many or any person that really likes that job. I remember I was talking. I had a bad day at Dollar General. I was doing the fresh truck. I tipped over a road cart, road tainer. That's what we called them, road tainer. I tipped one over. Bad time, man. It was a bad day. But um, if you haven't tipped over a road tainer in fresh, then man, you got God on your side, my friend. But anyway, um, tipped one over, and then some lady, it was a broker, I think she was, and she gave me her card for like owner operator broker or whatever to like apply or whatever. She's like, man, I can't get any owner operators to deliver our freight. They won't do it. I mean, I wonder why. It's some back-breaking labor. I'm not sure how much the rates pay on the load board for owner operator to do that, but looking back, Dollar General was paying very good when I started. They had a bunch of bonuses, quarterly bonuses, $2,000 added to your check. Now they ain't doing none of that. They ain't paying nothing. Um, Going with new drivers with no experience really, I think, came back to haunt them. And now insurance got involved. Different things changed up. But anyway, that was my first job, Dollar General. Um, I was pissed off pretty much all the time. But when I saw that check, I was pretty happy. But that was Dollar General, and I regret not going with like an OTR company with a good training program. Like looking back, I tried to get into Prime, but they weren't hiring. They were really hard. It was really hard to get in there in 2022, and I should have went with Stevens for some experience. Looking back, but anyway, I recommend doing if Dollar General is still hiring newbies, which I doubt because I've seen, like I said, 3 years. I would recommend doing I would recommend doing OTR first, you know. But anyway, now that I got a little bit more experience and I'm just doing this OTR, and I went to a new company recently, and I'm getting miles. Before I was with U.S. Express. I got nothing bad to say about U.S. Express, honestly. I had the best well, I'll take that back. But let me start off by saying I had the best dispatchers. We were out of Duncan, South Carolina. I had the best dispatchers, amazing people. I mean, a dispatcher can make or break a job for you in trucking, and I had amazing dispatchers. They were awesome people. very helpful, very understanding. I couldn't ask for a better dispatcher. And so U.S. Express was awesome, but they weren't giving me the miles I wanted, and it's like I averaged probably around 2,000 miles, 2,000 something like that. But the per diem was great. That's one thing I did like about U.S. Express. Their per diem, I don't know anybody paying. I think their per diem was like 20 something cents a mile, 23, 4, something like that. Like that the money adds up. Even though they weren't paying as much or getting as much miles, the per diem it was going to add up. But yeah, man. And I called them, called payroll. I was like, hey, can I get a raise or what? I'm trying to get a little bit more money. She's like, no, you're capped off. You're capped off at 60 cents. We can't pay you more ever. That's basically what she said. And it's like, ever? Like, I could work here 15 years. You're going to say, oh, 60 cents for you, buddy. Nah, I could. I think most drivers, after hearing that, they feel some type of way. And so I felt some type of way about that. And that's pretty much why I left. But at this new company, I'm getting miles. And I think part of the reason why I'm kind of more happy about trucking in general is because one, I'm getting more miles with this new company, and two, I'm about to be debt free as of probably like next week. About to be debt free, so now I'm now that I'm debt free and not thinking so much about debts, it kind of like frees my mind up a little bit. It's like now I can start stacking money. So it's like now that I paid off all these debts, now I can as aggressively I was paying off these debts. Now I can aggressively stack this money, and now I'm trying to do 3,000 every week. I'm trying to well, yeah, I'm trying to do like 3,000 every week. I'm trying. I want to probably stay out around. Usually, I stayed out around 3 weeks, but I think I'm gonna try to stay out around 40 days, 40, 50 days, possibly 2 months here and there. But I think average wise, I want to probably stay out around 40 days. Try to stack up this money, try to get these miles, and try to, you know, get this thing. Yeah. U.S. Express, I only hit 3,000 one time, over 3,000 one time. But I think this week, it's only like my third, fourth week with this company. I think I'm about to hit 3,000 that fast. And um, I think they'll keep it coming because there's a lot of dead spots with the U.S. Express. Like Pennsylvania, you can't really, once you're in Pennsylvania, you're going to be waiting. Over the weekend, you're going to be waiting. I didn't like that. I don't like the wait. I want to keep going. I started off. Um, I remember I started off doing delivery jobs. Pizza Hut, Domino's. Then I started delivering people, Uber, Lyft, and then DoorDash came out, and I remember that was 2018 where in Carolina, where I was at, North Carolina, 2018, and I was like the only one who pretty much knew about it. I think it was only me and one other dasher, and we were like, we were doing DoorDash, man, getting these orders back to back, and I kind of got a rush out of getting those orders fast, getting them back to backs, knocking them out, and that's kind of how I am now with trucking, getting these miles, trying to stack this money, trying to do what I got to do to get this money, and so. I guess it just comes with having a decent company that makes you like it more, obviously. But like I said, I had the best dispatcher, so I would have stayed. Definitely would have stayed with U.S. Express if they could get me around 28, 2,700 every week. But they could do that. They couldn't promise that, and so and then the pay cap that really I don't know that I wouldn't tell somebody that as payroll. I don't know. He could have said it in a different way, but just saying that okay, you're never gonna get a raise ever again. Not one penny, not even half a cent. But here's what it is. Moving on to better things. Trying to stack this money, and all you drivers be safe out there, and let's stack up. Peace.